They say give yourself to others, be giving. Be giving what they don't tell.
Good morning, y'all. Welcome again to another Waking Up with me. It is, what is it? Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. And it is December 30th. We have T-minus one more day. 24 hours, 48 more hours till 2021. Pop. Gonna have a better year, right? I'm gonna try to at least. We've been since even down to the very last day. I've been seeing so much. I mean, batshit's always happening, but whatever. Let's continue on to what we're talking about today, which is the 12 types of love, 12 kinds of love. And with these 12 kinds of love, there are 6 that are primary to each individual sex. Now, with those, they're all important for all of us, but there's 6 that for men and women need to be fulfilled before any other type of love is even going to be heard. It sounds silly, it sounds stupid. Before I go down the list, the ones that are for women are going to sound dumb to men, and the ones that are for men are going to sound dumb to women. So bear with me. I need both parties to be very, very, very open to what's coming down, what I'm about to share with you. So I'm gonna hop and skip because I want to kind of keep these things under. I want to get a nice time frame going. So today, I even forgot to put my timer on quickly. It's gonna be 10 minutes, if that. I feel like I get long-winded, so I'm gonna try to keep myself limited. So I'm gonna start with the first paragraph, and then I'm gonna list off the 6. Most of our complex emotional needs can be summarized as the need for love. Men and women each have 6 unique love needs that are equally important. Men primarily need trust, acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, and encouragement. Women primarily need caring, understanding, respect, devotion, validation, and reassurance. Now, if you got any type of critical thinking about you, you'd realize some of those words are really, really close to each other in similarity and what they mean to people in general. The enormous task of figuring out what our partner needs is simplified greatly through understanding these 12 different kinds of love. Because all of those words are similar, they're not implemented in the same way. By reviewing this list, you can easily see why your partner may not feel loved. And most important, this list can give you a direction to improve your relationships with the opposite sex when you don't know what else to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've found a lot of saving graces in this book from situations where it happens all the time. The reason I'm sharing this type of shit again right now today is because although I'm sharing this stuff, people expect that just because I share it, I'm just going to instantly not be a man anymore, or I'm not going to, just because you know and you're aware of the rules of the game doesn't mean you're going to be instantly good at it. So, we really got to practice this awareness of each other, guys. And the biggest lie in the book, I feel like when we were young, was treat others how you want to be treated. Fuck all that noise. It's not treat others how you want to be treated. It's treat others how they want to be treated. Treat others how they want to be treated. Fuck what you think. It really doesn't matter what you think, how they want it. You really have to look at them, observe them, watch them, see what they like, see what they don't like, and it doesn't matter if you approve of it. It really does not. That is for you to be there and support them. If you love somebody, if you really truly care for someone, you're gonna let them grow how they are made to grow. You're not gonna fucking feed a plant Kool-Aid to try to get it to grow. You're not gonna feed. You get the point. You give the food necessary for growth. And we each have different types of food necessary, different types of love needed for each other to grow. I can speak from experience. I know I have freaked the fuck out over situations where I know someone was there they're there to be caring and loving, and I just couldn't accept it at that moment in time because I was not. If anything, here I'm just gonna read this and maybe it'll shed some light. There's certain things that men need to be able to go through themselves and be able to manipulate themselves, whereas women want to be able to feel things that men just think you should be able to to continue with life. Continue with life. You don't need to feel it. Continue with life. There's no reason you don't need feelings. What the fuck you need feelings for? And then women are like, why don't you want my help? I thought we would want help, because women want the help. They would like the unprovoked help. Men, on the other hand, we would like to be able to figure something out on ourselves, by ourselves, and if the trust is not there to figure out, we're gonna start doubting ourselves, and it's just a vicious cycle of not being there, actually there for your person, and you're just there to try to give them what you think you want, what do they want. So, women, I already went down the list, but I'll go again one more time. Women need caring, understanding, respect, devotion, validation, and reassurance. Same list for men now. Need to receive trust, acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, and encouragement. And I'm going to post a picture of the book here so you can see the list down how it's layered out. Because how it's layered out, it's layered one for one. You can see how closely similar these words are actually to each gender. Understanding your primary needs. Certainly every man and woman ultimately needs all 12 kinds of love. Like I said, all of them are important to both genders, but 6 of them are really, 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 really important. They need to be, it's like your gate. It's like your gate before you even get to the other part of the love. It's like, if you don't feel these first 6, or if you don't feel any of these 6, like bare minimum 1, kind of opens the gate a little bit. 2 opens the gate a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6. And next thing you know, you're through. You're getting through. This person's opening up. People don't just open up because you tell them to. That's not a thing. You never go, just tell me what's wrong. Like, yeah, they'll tell you what's wrong, but it's gonna be like in the most explosive, non-constructive way possible, probably. And as I say that, see, that's my man brain explaining it like that. That's what a man will react to is. A woman, I'm not too sure. I feel like he asks what's wrong, although she might not say what it is. That showing you care, that little bit of attempt, for some reason, goes so fucking far. Like, just that simple attempt. You don't have to pry, but an attempt to find out what's wrong. Even if you really think that there's nothing to be wrong for, and that's that reassurance. So there you go. I'm getting sidetracked again. Okay, we got 4 minutes. All right. So where are we at? So to acknowledge the 6 kinds of love primarily needed by women does not imply that men do not need these kinds of love. Men also need caring, understanding, respect, devotion, validation, and reassurance. What is meant by primary need? That fulfilling a primary need is required before one is able to receive and appreciate the other kinds of love. Fulfilling a primary need is required before someone is able to fully receive and appreciate those other kinds of love. A man becomes fully receptive and appreciative of the 6 kinds of love needed by women, caring, understanding, blah, 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 when his own primary needs are first fulfilled. Same thing with women. I don't like how this book is written because it's kind of one at a time, but as I go along, it's going to say one side and the other side, so it's both sides need to be doing the work to understand the other. Likewise, women need trust, acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, and encouragement, but before she can truly value and appreciate these kinds of love, her primary needs must be fulfilled. So, going back, before she can trust you, before she can feel acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, or encouragement from you, she needs to first feel some caring, some understanding, some respect, some devotion, some validation, and some reassurance. That does not mean you see, none of those say you need to fix her. You don't need to try to actually none of these love actually show any type of attempting to fix or change the other person. Weird, right? Understanding the primary kinds of love that your partner needs is a powerful secret for improving relationships on Earth. Remembering that men are from Mars will help you remember and accept that men have different love needs. It's easy for a woman to give what she needs and forget that her favorite Martian may need something else. Likewise, men need to focus on their needs, losing track of the fact that the kind of love they need is not always appropriate for ours or supportive for their Venusian partner. So, men, quit trying to love women the way you want to be loved, and women, Quit trying to give your man the love that you think you would want straight out of the gate. That's not how it works. Yes, it's important, but there's certain six that are primary to each individual. And I can, at least from my own perspective and what I have seen and experienced, this shit is real. Like, it just is. Like, she needs caring, he needs trust. She needs caring, he needs trust. She needs understanding, he needs acceptance. And that's the biggest one, I feel like. Understanding and acceptance. She needs to be understood that her emotions, her everything is valid. Even if, like, it's all hers and it's all valid. Men need to be able to reassure and be showing understanding that they support the woman no matter what. Same thing goes for men. So by that I mean, like, if your man is fucking up, if your man's doing some stupid ass shit, like, he needs to be shown some acceptance. Now, I will say that's only up to a certain extent. And like, the acceptance to men, and I'm reading this and it feels so ridiculous. Like, I don't want to be a human being, because it's like, why did we get made like this? Oh god, we got 15 seconds left. All right, so I'm gonna end it with the understanding and acceptance. And by that, so men need to be able to fuck up. They need to be able to dust themselves off. They need to be able to learn from their mistakes. If you're going to try to help women, you're going to need to be a little more Jedi mind tricky about it. Don't let the dude know you're there, like you're helping. Let him feel like he's doing something for himself. I understand wanting to be there for somebody. I totally do. I totally understand wanting to be there for someone. I mean, we all want to be there for someone. Man, we always want to fix a woman's problems. We always want to be like, baby, here's all the flowers and money and all your problems are solved. No, it doesn't work that way. We're all kind of, and it sucks, but we're all responsible for our own mental wherewithal. And with that, we need someone there with us to go along the journey. That's, I feel like, what the point of love is finding someone to truck along with us on this journey of life and bullshit. Because we're gonna get fucked up. Life's gonna fuck us up. We're gonna lose people. We're gonna be sad. We're gonna have situations that just not going to keep us in good standings, but we need people on the outside that are able to bear with us, make us feel safe, make us feel accepted, make us feel understood. I want to share this. There's one story that they share here that really kind of resonated with me, and I feel like it's really important, but I want to, fuck the time limit. I'm going to share this last story and that'll be it. And so this is the story of the woman who had all the greatest intentions and the man who also had the greatest intentions, and yet it didn't end very well for the both of them together, at least. The knight in shining armor. Deep inside every man, there's a hero or a knight in shining armor. More than anything, he wants to succeed in serving and protecting the woman he loves. When he feels trusted, he is able to tap into this noble part of himself. He becomes more caring. When he doesn't feel trusted, he loses some of his aliveness, his energy, and after a while, he can stop caring. Imagine a knight in shining armor traveling through the countryside. Suddenly, he hears a woman crying in distress. In an instant, he becomes alive. Using his horse in gallop, he races to her castle where she is trapped by a dragon. The noble knight pulls out his sword and slays the dragon. As a result, he is lovingly received by his princess. And that's just the beginning of every single relationship, right? Fuck. Lost my bookmark. But that's the beginning of it. The knight saved the woman, and then she's like, oh my god, I love you. And then the dude's like, yes, I feel good. And she's like, yes, I feel good too because you care about me. Oh. So then, a month later, the noble knight goes off on another trip. On his way back, he hears his beloved princess crying out for help. Another dragon has attacked the castle. When he arrives, he pulls out his sword to slay the dragon. Before he swings, the princess cries out from the tower, don't use the sword, use this noose. It will work better. She throws him the noose and motions him to instruct him how to use it. He hesitantly follows her instructions. He wraps it around the dragon's neck and then pulls hard. The dragon dies. Everyone rejoices. Whoop-de-doo. Yay! At the celebration dinner, the knight feels he didn't really do anything. Somehow, because he used her noose and didn't use his sword, he doesn't quite feel worthy of the town's trust and admiration. After the event, he is slightly depressed and forgets to shine his armor. One little bit of love. That little bit, she thought she was helping, and he thought he was doing his part too by, yay, I'm accepting this part that you want to give me. So now, whatever. It makes me feel a little bit shitty about myself, but whatever. A month later, he goes on yet another trip. As he leaves with his sword, the princess reminds him to be careful and tells him to take the noose. On his way home, he sees yet another dragon attacking the castle. This time he rushes forward with his sword but hesitates, thinking maybe he should use the noose. In that moment of the hesitation, the dragon breathes fire and burns his right arm. In confusion, he looks up and sees his princess waving from the castle. "Use this poison!" she yells. "The noose doesn't work!" She throws him the poison, which he pours into the dragon's mouth, and the dragon dies. Everyone rejoices and celebrates, but the knight feels ashamed. Dude's got his arm burnt off. He is yet again not using his sword that was initially the thing that got him his love in the first place. So a month later, he goes on another trip. He leaves with his sword. The princess reminds him to be careful and bring his noose and the poison. He's annoyed by her suggestions, but brings them in just in case. This time on his journey, he hears another woman in distress. As he rushes to call her, his depression is lifted and he feels confident and alive. But as he draws his sword to slay the dragon, he again hesitates. He wonders, should I use my sword, the noose, or the poison? What would the princess say? For a moment he's confused, but then he remembers how he felt before he knew the princess. Back in the days when he only carried a sword. With a burst of renewed confidence, he throws off the noose and the poison and charges the dragon with his trusted sword. He slays the dragon and townspeople rejoice. This dude did it with one arm. Of course, it's probably a fictional story, but still. One arm! The townspeople rejoice. The knight in shining armor never returned to his princess. You gave him all the love in the world, and yet for some reason he didn't feel loved. Why? The knight in the shining armor never returned to his princess. He stayed in the new village and lived happily ever after. He eventually married, but only after making sure his new partner knew nothing about nooses or poisons. Remembering that within every man is a knight in shining armor is a powerful metaphor to help you remember a man's primary needs. Although a man may appreciate caring and assistance sometimes, too much of it will lessen his confidence or turn him off. Leaving that there, there's similar stories that story actually works on both sides for the men and women, but I feel like it definitely kind of shines more of a light on the man's perspective on how he can accidentally fuck up or a woman, and fucks up both ways. Because he's trying to show he cares, she's trying to show he cares, and next thing you know, they broke up because homeboy needed to find somebody that trusted his way of doing things, and he wasn't open enough to express it. Yo, I need to be loved this way. And most men are not going to say that to you. I'm going to tell you right now, most of us dudes are not going to be like, yo, baby, I need to be loved this way. We're not going to do that. We're going to, and if anything, on the chapter I'm at right now, this is how we're going to respond for the most part. The 4 F's in avoiding, where is it? What's this chapter called? How to avoid arguments. And there's 4 F's in avoiding arguments that the majority of us do. And this is probably what I talk about on Friday. That's actually a good idea. 4 F's on Friday. And this is the 4 F's on how we avoid our arguments. And this is how men avoid those arguments. And it be a fight. Or it's fight, flight, fake, or fold. I'm sure you can figure out what those words would mean in relation to avoiding an argument. But yeah, men and I'm not just gonna openly share that shit. It's up to everyone's awareness, openly doing the work. I mean, reading this book is not, I'm not being paid to do this. I'm doing this so I can work better in this world. I'm doing this so you can work better in this world. I am waking up early and doing this shit just so someone can see that there is something out there more than what they think they're waking up with and that they're automatically programmed with and that they think that they already know. We need some rewiring going on, and especially when it comes to communication with each other, because we're all out here trying to give people what we want when that's not the point of the game. We're supposed to be trying to give people what they want. Have a great day, y'all. Happy hump day, and I hope this helps y'all out. Can I get a big pop in the comments? And also, make sure to go over to the YouTube and please subscribe, like, and follow, comment, anything like that. I'm going to be taking this and also putting this up there after I'm done with this live. I hope you guys got some value out of it. And, yeah, be patient, because this is not an overnight thing. And be patient with me too, because just because I'm giving this information out, just because I'm doing the work, does not mean I'm going to be instantly good at it. So, practice. Thank you for your comments, thank you for your support, and thank you for being here this morning. Love you. Have a great day, everyone. Papo!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1.